Hello friends, today we will discuss about the topic preparation of amino acids, reactions of amino acids, and our objectives will be to study amino acid structure, to gain knowledge on the biosynthesis of amino acids, to study the laboratory preparation of amino acids, to study the reactions of amino acids due to carboxylic group, and to study the reactions of amino acids due to amino group. Friends, let me first introduce you to amino acid basic structure. Amino acids are biologically important organic compounds containing amine and carboxylic functional groups along with a side chain specific to each amino acid. The key elements of an amino acid are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Though other elements are found in the side chains of certain amino acids. About 500 amino acids are known, though only 20 appear in the genetic code. These are called standard amino acids. The distinguishing feature of amino acids are their side chains or R groups. R groups can be either acidic, basic, polar, or neutral depending on their structure and formula. The amino acids that form charged side chains in solution are lysine, arginine, histidine, aspartic acid, and glutamic acid. 9 standard amino acids are called essential for humans because they cannot be created from other compounds by the human body and so must be taken in as food. The 9 amino acids humans cannot synthesize are phenylalanine, valine, threonine, tryptophan, methionine, leucine, isoleucine, lysine, and histidine. Others may be conditionally essential for certain ages or medical conditions. Because of their biological significance, amino acids are important in nutrition and are commonly used in nutritional supplements, fertilizers, and food technology. Industrial uses include production of drugs, biodegradable plastics, and chiral catalysts. We will now study biosynthesis of amino acids. Synthesis of amino acids is critical for cell survival. They not only serve as the building blocks for proteins, but also as starting points for the synthesis of many important cellular molecules, including vitamins and nucleotides. Living organisms differ in their capacity to synthesize the amino acids required for protein synthesis. While plants and many microorganisms can produce all 20 standard amino acids from readily available precursors, other organisms must obtain some preferred amino acids from their diet. Mammals and other animals can only synthesize a subset of these standard amino acids known as non-essential amino acids. The remaining essential amino acids must be obtained from the diet. Nitrogen is the key component of amino acids. Ammonia is the source of nitrogen for all the amino acids. One major step in amino acid biosynthesis involves incorporating a nitrogen group onto alpha carbon. In cells, there are two major pathways of incorporating nitrogen groups. One pathway involves the enzyme glutamine oxoglutarate aminotransferase, which removes the amide amino group of glutamine and transfers it onto 2-oxoglutarate, producing 2 glutamate molecules. In this catalysis reaction, glutamine serves as the nitrogen source. The other pathway for incorporating nitrogen onto the alpha carbon of amino acids involves the enzyme glutamate dehydrogenase. Glutamate dehydrogenase is able to transfer ammonia onto 2-oxoglutarate and form glutamate. Furthermore, the enzyme glutamine synthase is able to transfer ammonia onto glutamate and synthesize glutamine, thus replenishing glutamine. Many other amino acid biosynthetic pathways involve transamination reactions. The alpha amino group from one amino acid is transferred to an alpha keto acid to produce a new amino acid. This reaction is catalyzed by enzyme aminotransferase. Aminotransferases require participation of an aldehyde containing coenzyme pyridoxal 5-phosphate, a derivative of pyridoxine. Pyridoxal 5-phosphate is covalently attached to enzyme through a Schiff base linkage formed by the condensation of its aldehyde group with the epsilon amino group of lysine residue. Aminotransferases act by transferring the amino group of an amino acid to the pyridoxal part of the coenzyme to generate pyridoxamine phosphate. The pyridoxamine phosphate form the coenzyme, then reacts with alpha keto acid to form amino acid and regenerates the original aldehyde form of the coenzyme. Aminotransferases vary widely in the amino acids they bind. Most of them use glutamate as the amino acid donor. The amino group from the glutamate can be transferred to the other alpha keto acids by transamination reactions. Transamination reactions participate in the synthesis of most amino acids. There are 6 families of amino acids, that's glutamate, serine, aspartate, pyruvate, aromatics and histidine. The carbon backbones come from the glycolytic pathway, the pentose phosphate pathway or the citric acid cycle. The amino acids in each cycle are ultimately derived from one precursor molecule. Now first, glutamate family. Glutamate family includes glutamate, glutamine, proline, arginine and derives their carbon skeletons from alpha keto glutarate. This family also includes the amino acid lysine, which is derived from alpha keto glutarate. The biosynthesis of glutamate and glutamine is a key step in the nitrogen assimilation. Now serine family. The members of the serine family include serine, cysteine and glycine. They derive their carbon skeletons from glycerate 3-phosphate. Most microorganisms and plants obtain sulfur for synthesizing methionine from the amino acid cysteine. Furthermore, the conversion of serine to glycine provides the carbons needed for the biosynthesis of methionine and histidine. Aspartate family. The aspartate family includes aspartate, aspargine, lysine, isoleucine, methionine and threonine and derive their carbon skeletons from pyruvate. Lysine and isoleucine are considered part of the aspartate family even though part of their carbon skeleton is derived from pyruvate. Pyruvate family. The pyruvate family consists of alanine, valine, leucine and isoleucine and derive their carbon skeletons from pyruvate. Alanine is produced by the transamination of one molecule of pyruvate using 2 alternate steps. First, conversion of glutamate to alpha glutarate using a glutamate alanine transaminase. Second, conversion of valine to alpha keto isovalerate via a transaminase C. Now aromatic family. The members of the aromatic family include phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan and derive their carbon skeletons from phosphoenol pyruvate and erythose 4-phosphate. Aromatic amino acids are able to absorb light due to their conjugated double bonds. This characteristic of aromatic amino acids is used to quantify the concentration of proteins in an unknown sample. Now histidine family. This member of histidine family include histidine and they derive their carbon skeletons from ribose 5-phosphate. Histidine is an essential amino acid that's not synthesized de novo in humans. We will now study methods of preparation of alpha amino acids. Interest in chemical synthesis of amino acids continues unabated mainly due to the growing demand for D amino acids and unusual amino acids in optically pure forms. Retroanalysis of the structure leads to several feasible pathways for the synthesis of amino acids. There are several ways in which alpha amino acids can be synthesized. Number 1. Amination of alpha halocarboxylic acids. This reaction is an example of nucleophilic substitution with a halide as the leaving group. The alpha halocarboxylic acid can be obtained via an alpha substitution reaction of the carboxylic acid. The second, Strecker synthesis. The Strecker amino acid synthesis, also known simply as the Strecker synthesis, was devised by German chemist Adolf Strecker and is a term used for a series of chemical reactions that synthesize an amino acid from an aldehyde or ketone. The aldehyde is condensed with ammonium chloride in presence of potassium cyanide to form a alpha aminonitrile, which is subsequently hydrolyzed to give desired amino acid. Now, alkylation of an acetamido malonate. The malonate derivative is treated with a base to form the nucleophilic enolate that then reacts with alkyl halide. The same acetamido malonate can be used to form any primary alpha amino acid. Hydrolysis of the malonate ester and the amide forms an intermediate amino dicarboxylic acid that decarboxylates to give the alpha amino acid. Now, Gabriel thalamide synthesis. Gabriel synthesis is a chemical reaction that transforms primary alkyl halides into primary amines. Traditionally, the reaction uses potassium thalamide with base and followed by hydrazine. The Gabriel reaction has been generalized to include the alkylation of sulfonamides and imides followed by deprotonation to obtain amines. In this method, the sodium or potassium salt of thalamide is N-alkylated with a primary alkyl halide to give the corresponding N-alkyl thalamide. The intermediate is then cleaved by hydrazine in a series of steps that end with the liberation of the final primary amine product and thalahydrazide byproduct. We will now study reaction of amino acids. First, reaction is due to carboxylic group and amino group. Here first, salt formation with acid and base. Amino acids form salts with acids and bases. Amino acid, when reacts with acid such as HCl, it forms the chloride salt of amino acid. Similarly, when amino acid reacts with base such as sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium salt of amino acid. The next reaction, formation of peptide bond. The free radical representation of peptide bond formation shows that when two molecules of amino acid are fused, the amino group and the carboxylic group of two different groups react with each other, form linkage called peptide bond. The lab synthesis of peptide bond is not so easy. In lab synthesis of peptide bond, amino acid is heated with phosgene to form N-carboxy amino acid anhydride. We will now study reactions of amino acids due to carboxylic group. The first reaction, formation of ester. Amino acids react with alcohol in presence of dry HCl to give corresponding ester. HCl first breaks up Zwitter ion structure to form amino acid hydrochloride. Amino acid hydrochloride is decomposed by mild alkali in cold to give free ester. Both free amino acids and their esters are readily reduced by lithium aluminum hydride dissolved in ether to the corresponding alcohols without reionization. Formation of amino acyl chlorides. The amino acid is first acylated for protection. Acylated amino acid is then treated with PCl5. The acyl group may be removed by treatment with HCl. The amino acyl chlorides exist as hydrochloride salts. Now, decarboxylation. Amino acids undergo decarboxylation to produce corresponding amines. This reaction assumes significance in the living cells due to the formation of many biologically important amines. These include histamine, tyramine and gamma-aminobutyric acid from the amino acids histidine, tyrosine and glutamic acid respectively. Amide formation. The amino acid amides may be prepared by treatment of amino acid esters with alcoholic all anhydrous ammonia. We will now study reactions of amino acids due to amino group. First reaction, acylation. The amino acid is acylated when dissolved in cold alkali followed by addition of acetic anhydride. Sodium salt of acylated amino acid is obtained. Upon acidifying the solution with HCl, the free acylated amino acid is obtained. Benzylation. Benzylation of glycine is readily accomplished in the animal body as a process of detoxification of benzoic acid. Glycine reacts with benzoic acid. On condensation, benzoyl glycine is obtained, which is also known as hippuric acid. Methylation. Amino groups of amino acids are methylated by the treatment with methyl iodide or dimethyl sulfate in alkaline environment. The final product is a betaine of amino acid. Reaction with Sanger's reagent. 1-fluoro-2,4-dinitrobenzene, known as Sanger's reagent, condenses with free amino group in cold under alkaline conditions. The resulting product is dinitrophenyl amino acid, which is also known as DNP amino acid. DNP amino acid is bright yellow colored. It is used for the identification of N-terminal amino acids. Reaction with HNO2. Nitrous acid reacts with free amino group of amino acid to give corresponding hydroxyl acid by liberation of nitrogen gas and water molecule. As each free amino group gives one molecule of nitrogen, so it can be useful in estimation of free amino group in peptides or proteins. Oxidative deamination. Oxidative amine system of tissues, especially liver and kidney amino acids, undergo oxidative deamination and forms keto acids and ammonia. Amino acid on oxidation gets converted to amino acid, which on reacting with water molecule gets converted to keto acid. Reaction with formaldehyde. Addition of formaldehyde to amino group occurs as the titration with alkali proceeds. Titration continues till two molecules of formaldehyde react to amino group of amino acid. Sorensen observed that if amino acid solution is neutralized to phenolphthalein and treated with excess of neutralized formaldehyde, the mixture becomes acidic and can be titrated sharply with phenolphthalein. Reaction with aromatic aldehyde. Reaction with aromatic aldehyde in presence of alkali causes ship base formation. Now, ninhydrin reaction. The amino acids react with ninhydrin to form a purple, blue or pink color complex called Rumansk purple. Ninhydrin is effectively used for the quantitative determination of amino acids and proteins. Reaction with carbon dioxide. Amino acids when react with carbon dioxide, the condensation reaction takes place and N-carbox amino acid is formed. Biret reaction. Copper ions react with unshared electron pair of nitrogen and forms complex amongst two peptide chain with CONH2 groups. This complex is of purple color. Compound containing two CONH2 groups joined directly or through C or N reacts with copper sulfate to give violet color. We will now study the other reactions of amino acids. Xanthoprotic acid test. Aromatic amino acids such as phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan respond to this test. In the presence of concentrated nitric acid, The aromatic phenyl ring is nitrated to give yellow-colored nitro derivatives. At alkaline pH, the color changes to orange due to the ionization of the phenolic group. Pauli's diazo test. This test is specific for the detection of tryptophan and histidine. The reagent used for this test contains sulfanilic acid dissolved in hydrochloric acid. Sulfanilic acid upon diazotization in the presence of sodium nitrite and hydrochloric acid results in the formation of diazonium salt. The diazonium salt formed couples with either tyrosine or histidine in alkaline medium to give a red colored chromogen called azodie. Millen's test. Phenolic amino acids such as tyrosine and its derivatives respond to this test. Compounds with a hydroxybenzene radical react with Millen's reagent to form a red colored complex. Millen's reagent is a solution of mercuric sulfate in sulfuric acid. Histidine test. This reaction involves bromination of histidine in acid solution followed by neutralization of the acid with excess of ammonia. Heating of alkaline solution develops a blue or violet coloration. Hopkins-Cole test. The Hopkins-Cole test is specific for tryptophan, the only amino acid containing an indole group. The indole moiety of the tryptophan reacts with glyoxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to give a purple colored product. Sakaguchi test. The amino acid that is detected in this test is arginine. Since arginine has a guanidine group in its side chain, it gives a red color with alpha naphthol in presence of oxidizing agent like bromine solution. Lead sulfide test. Sulfur containing amino acids such as cysteine and cysteine upon boiling with sodium hydroxide yield sodium sulfide. This reaction is due to the partial conversion of organic sulfur to inorganic sulfide, which can be detected by precipitating it to lead sulfide using lead acetate solution. Statin test. Amino acids such as proline and hydroxyproline condense with statin reagent under the alkaline condition to yield blue colored adduct. The last test, that's nitroprusside test. The nitroprusside test is specific for cysteine, the only amino acid containing sulfhydryl group. This group reacts with nitroprusside in presence of excess ammonia to yield a red colored complex. This was all about today's lecture. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.